Brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
Audi has been catching up all over the world. But despite the fact that you sell a lot more cars here in America, what do you do to hold them off here in America?
I mean, Jip, I think it's common sense that you watch your competition everywhere, you know, whether they're above you or they're coming from underneath trying to get sales from you. But at the end of the day, I think a car company like Mercedes-Benz will have to do what they think is right. And we are self-conscious enough, and we have a brand which is this year 124 years old, that we know what our customers want, and we believe we have the answers. And you hear on an E-Class convertible drive, press drive, I think that car, you've driven it this morning, proves again that we don't really have to watch our competition to know what's right. We know what's right. If our customers buy Mercedes-Benz, they buy it because of Mercedes-Benz. They don't buy it because of something else.
Let's go on over to the SUV market, because I mean, you're killing BMW in SUVs, but they say that's because they diverted some of their product over to Europe, and now they're going to ramp that up. What do you do to maintain your superiority in the SUV sales?
I think the lineup on our SUV side is superb right now. We have the GLK now in the second year. We were commanding last year 26% in its segment. We have again this year seen an increase by the first quarter of about 7%. So that small SUV segment is doing really well for us. We have a four-wheel drive version. We introduced a two-wheel drive version, which does very well in the Southern Belt. So that's a solid pillar of our SUV strategy. The M-Class, even we are a little bit surprised about the strength of the product. The car has gained share, the car has gained volume, and is very, very strong. So, and keep in mind, we're getting closer to the end of the life cycle. The car will be with us for just about another year, and then the new M-Class will come. And there's one answer you were probably looking for. A new M-Class will come, and obviously with different engine variations, which will help us to battle off whatever competition comes at us. And the GL, I call the GL the most American car we have, because it really fulfills the need of an American consumer. It has the size, it has fuel-efficient engines, you know, so the lifestyle is really taken care of in that car, and it has been from day one a great, solid car. And while last year, with everything happening around us and going sideways, some of our competitors in that big, large SUV segment really started to struggle. The GL was actually holding its own all year long and has shown it again for the first 3 months. And the fourth element is the R-Class. The car has a completely new front. We usually do a facelift and it's minor changes. In this one, it's a huge, huge change. So we believe that car has some upside potential for us in the next few years. So I think with these four models in total, we can battle off our competition.
Can I ask you briefly about inventory? Because, you know, whatever numbers you look at, you guys have a lot more inventory than BMW does here in America, plus out in the field right now. Isn't there some way that you guys can use that inventory to get ahead of them? I mean, what's your strategy?
Let's go back a little bit, Jim. Last year, when the market went down from nearly 16 million to 10.4 million, I think everybody in the industry had a lot of inventory, and so did we. And particularly the market actually lost more volume in the upper segment than it did in the lower segment. So also you have an imbalance in that respect. That was a challenge we had to battle with last year. We faced it in the first quarter, and in the second quarter, 2009. I think we did a very good job with it. The market then started to show some life, October, November, December. And we actually had shortages on inventory in various models. Out of the blue, suddenly you sit there and you say, oh, now we don't have enough cars. And that's not an easy problem to solve. I mean, somebody from the outside might say, you know what, just increase your production and you're going to be fine. It's not that easy, because we have suppliers. They brought down their production. We have brought down our production. We've taken labor measures and so on and so forth. So it took some time to bring that back. We're right now running, I would say, an ideal number. That's the way we look at it. I'm just coming out of a dealer meeting in Atlanta last week where we had over 90% of our dealers, and we discussed that. We show all the time, twice a year when we have these meetings, we show them the level of inventory, we show them the production. The market has shown quite a bit of strength, not ideal, but quite a bit of strength in the first 3 months. If you do not have the inventory right now to satisfy these market needs, you will lose sales. And we believe we are perfectly positioned in that respect. We still have some imbalances with some models. We could take a few more here, a few more there, but overall we're quite happy with it. The other phenomena you have to be careful is the American consumer wants to buy a car when he comes in. He doesn't want to wait. In Europe, they accept waiting times 3-6 months with their color, with their options. We need the car on the lot. So we have an extreme high number of dealer trades where the dealer is looking for the white car for his customer and trades a red one for it. And what we need to do for that, to satisfy this demand, is that we always will run higher inventories than some of our domestic or Japanese colleagues. They have simplified lineups. They have maybe a little bit less demanding customers. So we have a bit of a challenge there, which we counter with maybe a little bit more inventory. But right now, I would say we're pretty well positioned.
One last question. The alliance that was announced recently. How does that help you? Because, from what we saw, Infinity's going to get some diesel engines out of it. But how does that help you here in America? How does it help Mercedes?
I mean, obviously, the main benefit for something like this lies in headquarters, in the production facilities, yeah, and mainly in Germany in this particular case, because our engines are produced in Germany. There are a few pillars of this alliance. One of them is on our Smart model, where we have today a small car, two-seater, two-door version. Renault is extremely strong in the four-seater, four-door small car segment. So there are opportunities to exchange engines and platforms. This is something which has been clearly discussed prior to signing this agreement. And the second one, as you said, you're right, delivering V6 and V8 engines to Infinity and maybe into some other models under the Nissan brand. Will it help us here in the US? I don't think so. It's again a scale effect on the production in Germany, which has huge effects there, but not necessarily for a sales organization like us here. But I can see down the road that there might be some opportunities, like we just started with BMW. We have a vehicle preparation center in Baltimore, and we have participated in a tender with BMW to process all their cars for the Northeast in the US. And we've won that tender. So starting, I think it's May 1st, we're actually processing approximately 50,000-60,000 BMWs via our VPC. That allows us to keep, obviously, our people. It allows us to use our assets. And obviously helps BMW to have a reliable partner. There are other opportunities like this. And I'm pretty sure that maybe down the road with Nissan or Infinity, we'll talk about some of these things and help behind the scenes to make us better.
Introducing Bridgestone's third generation of run-flat tires with groundbreaking new Bridgestone technologies. Bridgestone run-flat tires offer improved ride comfort, lower rolling resistance, and improved wear while giving you the peace of mind and comfort you need.